Hello everyone. On this channel, I feel that information about what is happening in China is often not correctly conveyed to countries other than China, so I will be disseminating the information I have gathered in English. I'm getting information from multiple media, so I'd be happy if you could comment on the content of the video. Also, English is not my native language, so I use an AI speaker to create the voice to convey the information correctly. I'm very happy that it seems that everyone's eyes are on it little by little. As the world situation becomes unstable, I feel frustrated that information about the economic superpowers is not properly disseminated overseas. Not all of my information is correct, but I'm happy to hear that there is such information. When you think of China, you think of explosions, and when you think of explosions, you think of batteries. In the news of India in April this year, there was an article that a Chinese smartphone exploded again. A girl with a smartphone died in the explosion. It was a smartphone from Xiaomi, a Chinese smartphone manufacturer. In fact, the exact same incident happened last year, so I thought it was the same incident, but it was a different incident. It means that a similar accident happened again with Xiaomi's smartphone. Last year's incident was also in India. This time it's India again. The exploding Xiaomi smartphone is not sold in Japan, so Japanese people should not be alarmed. However, since Xiaomi's smartphone itself is also sold in Japan, it is better to be cautious if you are told that you do not need to be cautious at all. There is also a theory that it is difficult to procure chips because China is currently under economic sanctions from the United States. I don't know what kind of logistics situation it is at present. Last year, the disease was still prevalent, so few people moved abroad. Recently, the effects of the disease have disappeared, and more Japanese and non-Japanese people are traveling abroad. In the current state of increased mobility, what if a smartphone explodes on an airplane? Some people on the internet think that smartphone explosions are insignificant, but as last year's crash made clear, there's plenty of potential for fatalities. Exploding batteries are accompanied by fire. If an explosion occurs in an enclosed space such as an airplane, there is a high possibility that it will lead to a serious accident. Imagine an explosion in a packed train, not just an airplane. It will be a serious accident. Since I live in Japan, I speak from a Japanese point of view. There are no major accidents caused by smartphones in Japan. That's because Japanese manufacturers care about battery safety. Even so, there is a possibility that foreign-made smartphones will be brought in from abroad, so I'm worried about whether it's really safe. There are cases where smartphones that have exploded in India are brought into Japan. The Japanese way of thinking is that human life is more important than money, so I think there are many companies that think that safety should be prioritized even if it costs more. In countries other than Japan, there is a culture of thinking that if an accident occurs, it will be resolved by paying money. The fundamental problem is not limited to Japan. I think it is necessary to ban electronic devices that have exploded overseas from being taken out or brought into the country. If the same problem occurs with the same manufacturer, it may be necessary to eliminate the entire product of that manufacturer. An article about the incident in India stated that it is dangerous to use a smartphone while it is charging. Even if you're on the move now, mobile batteries and paid seats have outlets, so the danger increases. It is difficult because if you go too far, you will be told to be careful if there are foreigners around you. That's all for now. See you next time.